All right, so it looks like we're going live now. All right, so today I wanted to talk about generating leads organically on um, whether organically or whether you're planning to generate leads through social media, whether it's YouTube or whether it's Instagram or whatnot. And in order for you to start doing that, you have to create a an online presence throughout your various social media. Um, and for that, for me to explain that, I'm going to take, for example, one of our client, Alan Sideen. I've actually spent a couple of hours yesterday just going over his digital presence and online presence. And I want you to understand that he's not alone. Alone. A lot of entrepreneurs, business people, because we as entrepreneurs tend to try to do so many different things that we end up creating an online presence for whatever ideas that you may have, and you end up creating multiple YouTube channels, multiple Facebook pages, and even multiple domains. And so I want you to understand that you're not alone, right? So I'm going to use Alan. Kind of got his permission to do this. So let me just zoom in to that, so that way you can actually see what I'm talking about. And then I'm going to share my page. Okay. And so here is where he stands. So he has 3 websites, right? alansideen.ca, which is right now hosted on Google Business Profile. I hope I'm sharing the right screen. Let me just make sure I'm sharing the right screen by clicking on the right screen. Sometimes I do that. So he has alansideen.ca. So let's, and I'll even show, let me just take a look at and pull up a screen. All right, so let me do this one step at a time. So, all right, so we have Alan Sideen, and this is a website that is generated by Google Business Profile. So this is a free website that you can actually get if you have a Google Business Profile, listing, which is free. You can actually create this website, and it's totally free. And then he also has, and this is through a local provider from locally there in Canada. And I'm just going to pull the screen over. And so alsideen.com redirects to alsideen.ca. And they have it looks like it's a very generic WordPress site that is hosted by, it's designed by Modern Earth, but it's hosted, my guess is that it's WordPress, okay? And so basically I told him, look, at the end of the day, you have 2 websites that are like basically in the eyes of Google, you have 2 websites and 2 entities and so Google is going to get confused as to which one is which. And so I told him that you need to pick one website, one domain, and have the rest redirect to that one website. That's really what he needs to do. And that's and then on that domain, you have to build that website. So right now, we haven't finalized it. So he's going to decide what to do, which domain to use, and then we're going to redirect it to one domain and then build up that site to whatever he would like, right? So, And then we went over to his YouTube, and he actually has 3 YouTube channels. I don't think I have it listed here. So he does actually have 3 YouTube channel. Let's see right here. Let's take a look and let's pull this one out. So he has this one. It was actually previously called Beginners Learn to Draw with Alan Sideen, and we actually renamed it to Caricature by Alan Sideen. The reason for that is because he wants to go by Caricature by Alan Sideen on his Google business profile, and so what you have to do is you have to make all of the various, whether it's your YouTube, social media, they all have to kind of be consistent, right? That's important because Google is not a human being, but it's a robot, and they're going to index your website and decide whether this YouTube channel is connected with that website, is connected, is the same as the Instagram account. And so it's going to make those decisions by AI, artificial intelligence, which is, based on what I call name, address, and name, address, name, address, and phone number. Okay, so and that's only applicable if you have a local business, right? But anyway, what I'm saying is, then he has another YouTube channel here. Let's see. Let's take a look here. So he has another YouTube channel with Uncle Louie the Millwright, created by Alan Sideen. And we actually changed this a little bit. The reason why with Uncle Louie the Millwright, yesterday I found out that the history of Uncle Louie. So I basically asked him what's going on with Uncle Louie the Millwright. Is that a brand? Is that yours? And so he told me that he had a copyright, but I didn't think that was right, what he was saying. And so what I did was I did a little bit of searchy. I did a little bit of search, and in Canada, so I actually did copyright search, but I couldn't find it, and so I did a trademark search, and I went into the Canadian trademark search, and I did Millwright, I think, and I found that he does have a registered trademark in Canada, and it's good until I know a little bit about trademark and stuff, because I actually was in my former life a trademark and patent attorney, if you didn't know that. And so it actually expires 2030. And so I told him that, at that time, when it gets to 2030, he has to renew whatever the procedure is to renew this trademark. So I knew that it was important for him to get all of the assets, digital assets, that are relevant to Uncle Louie the Millwright, because you never know at the end of the day. So we went out that day, yesterday. Basically, we got the domain Uncle Louie the Millwright, which was still available. So we purchased that domain.com, and then we're gonna keep this. Now, whether we are going to continue using this various platform, there's no way. So I basically when I was talking to him, I basically analogized and I asked him, like, basically you have how many assets? Let's take a look. You have, let me see here. You have potentially one, when we think about the website, 1, 2, then 3, 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 digital accounts. So let's pretend that you're trying to, like, let's say, shovel snow, and you have 11 snow blowers. how difficult would it be to plow, use a snowblower? Basically, what you're doing is you're taking one snowblower and you're basically, use that for a little bit to plow. Go to the next one, plow, next one, plow. And how long is that going to take you? Whereas if you took one snowblower, right, and you used it and you just went, right, and you just go straight up, and that is, I learned that from the book One Thing, because there's no way that you can utilize all of, not utilize, but basically work all of the platforms. It is impossible. I won't say impossible. It is doable, but you're wasting a lot of time, effort, and you're not being efficient. So what you need to do is work one asset. We can reserve the name and reserve all of the accounts, but you need to focus on one platform, and do that and master that. All right. So we have here these basically there was another YouTube channel, but that YouTube channel had no account. So I'm probably going to ask him to maybe possibly use that as his channel for surfing or whatever, his YouTube. And then he also has these 3 pages as well. What I'm going to do with it is I'm not sure at this point. One of them is definitely going to, this one with Uncle Louis the Millwright, basically we're definitely going to keep that one. This one is actually his personal account, and this one is his page. I think there was another version of this, because this is an older version, but anyway. And then he has 2 Instagram accounts, and so one of them is going to be his personal account, that Instagram account that he's going to use, and then probably this one he did some work with this company. We may actually change that and try to see if we could get Uncle Louis and use and save that for his Uncle Louis the Millwright brand. And then with regard to LinkedIn, we didn't get that far. We just have to, we ran out of time. I'm going to talk about his other accounts and figure out how to best approach that. And so when you do this, and you would clean up, not only, clean up the URL and the name of the pages, but within each of the platform, there is certain things you have to do in order to set up those accounts so that Google, when it indexes it, knows that it's a specific page for a specific brand or business. Okay. And so this is tedious work, and this is some of the things that we as a company, we do that as well. But it is a necessary component of online marketing that you need to really do, because and that's how you you have to set up these accounts so that you can receive direct messages, you can receive emails, you can receive traffic from these accounts, whether to your website or to wherever you want them to go. You have to set them up, right? That includes setting up banners so that the banners, people see the banner and they'll be able to see what this company or this brand does. All right. Well, I should have turned the share off before I went on, before I started talking. But anyway, well, that is it for today. And tomorrow's Friday. I was supposed to go on Instagram to go coaching, but I'm taking the day off because my son, for my son's birthday, my oldest, and so his birthday was actually last week, but he was sick, and so we're doing birthday 2.0. All right. Well, I hope this was helpful. Please, by all means, if you do have any questions, there hopefully within, when you're looking at this video, there should be a link to a Google form that you can submit those questions anytime, and I will get to those. And before I leave, I'm going to just go and make sure there is no question, so that if anybody did submit any questions, I will No. Let me just take a look and make sure. Let's see. Projects. Let's see here. Responses. All right, so it looks like there's no questions, but there is a form that you can fill out that basically you could ask any questions and I will get to them in the Zoom session every Thursday. And if you do have a specific questions during my Instagram and you follow me on Instagram, then you can go to my stories and put your questions in there by clicking on the story. There is a little box that says ask me a question, right? So thank you for watching, and until next time.